YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant analysis on the Denver Nuggets losing to the Minnesota Timberwolves 119 to 116. This was a game that really was competitive, really was fun to watch, and both teams competed. And the Wolves will improve to 3-2. The Nuggets fall to 2-3, and this was a game that was competitive basically throughout the entire game. The Minnesota Timberwolves started off with a 33 to 29 first quarter. Then they went to 32 to 31. Minnesota made a run in the third, 27 to 24 to cut the lead. Denver cut the lead a little bit more, um, 31 to 28. But by then, the Wolves was able to carry themselves to the victory that they built, throughout this game. So it's just interesting to see how Denver was taking care of the ball and making the right decisions. And then in the fourth quarter, they kind of forgot what they wanted to do. They don't really have too many guys that can create outside of Jokic, who usually creates the most for this team. Michael Porter was scoring a lot off the dribble, hitting some mid range because they were forcing him off the 3-point line or giving him some shots that they know he really didn't want to take or was comfortable taking. He was able to knock some of them down though. And Aaron Gordon, he really stepped up. He was cutting to the basket, getting dunks. He was making threes. He was stepping his gameplay up, which he should, because, like I said, once all these guys wanted to get paid hundreds of millions of dollars, this is what your roster is going to be. But at least they understand how to play the game. At least they fit together. It's just more stagnated because they all can't play the same way if they can't shoot. And this was a game that you seen most of them shoot. But the problem was Jamal Murray. He shot 7 shots and then he stayed out the way, but he didn't make any threes and he didn't really raise his level of play when they needed him to, like he was able to do in the past. And I think that was a crucial moment in the game where we're not going to pass it to any of us because somebody got to inbound it. Somebody got to give us a chance because there's not that many shots, more enough seconds on the shot clock for us to get a quality shot. And Jokic basically had to heave it. And that's not the shot that you would want if you're Denver. Plus, they put themselves in a position to lose anyway when they had that possession where everybody's dribbling and everybody's trying to find out how to score. And even Jokic is passing up shots and opportunity because he knows that Gobert is a good defender on him, even though he was scoring on him and scoring fast sometimes, even in the post. He was able to mix it up and slang and bang in that paint and get quality shots off. He didn't seem like he wanted to do that down the stretch. It seemed like he was a little gassed, which will make sense because when you're playing 40 minutes and you're doing basically everything from this team from rebounding and passing, you expect somebody to at least be able to hit a shot. And the bench didn't come through, and this team can't suffer any major injuries to a guy that's playing high minutes because they don't really have anything that they can trust to come through that's on that bench. And that's just the truth for the Denver Nuggets, and that's just reality for this team. Aaron Gordon, 31 points, plus 8 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 1 steal, 2 assists, 11 rebounds, so a double-double for him. He had 4 offensive rebounds out that 11. 4 or 5 from the free throw line, 5 or 7 from the three, 11 of 18 from the field. Michael Porter Jr., 26 points, -5 plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. 2 of them was offensive out of that. 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 3 or 7 from three, 11 for 18 from the field. Just like Aaron Gordon, they carried their weight. They made the shots. They stepped up when they had to in the other quarters to give them a chance to win, and they blew it within the last 2 minutes. Nikola Jokic, 26 plus 6 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 3 turnovers, 1 block, 3 steals, 13 assists. He had 9 rebounds. 2 of them was offensive, 8 of 10 from the free throw line, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, 8 of 16 from the field. That's as good as a game you can get. You probably just wish he scored more and attempted more shots. Jamal Murray, he only played 22 minutes, 6 points, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, 2 of 7 from the field. Christian Braun, 14 points, plus 13 and plus minus, 4 personal fouls. He had 2 turnovers, 2 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from three. He was 5 of 11 from the field. Like I said, this is as good as a game you're going to really get from him, even if it's 36 minutes. Saric, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from three. 2 rebounds, 2 was offensive, plus -11 and plus minus, 0 points. Tyson, 1 of 1 from the field, one rebound, one personal foul plus one and plus minus 2 points. Watson, 1 of 6 from the field or 2 from the 3 point line, one rebound. It was offensive, one steal, one personal foul, -9 and plus minus 2 points. Russell Westbrook continues to struggle to put the ball in the basket, 1 of 8 from the field or 3 from the 3 point line, 3 or 4 from the free throw line. He did get 6 rebounds and a good offensive rebound when it mattered, but they just couldn't convert. 3 of them was offensive out of that 6. He did have 5 assists too within that 25 minutes, and he also had 2 steals and 1 block, 4 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, -13 plus minus 5 points. And Strawthird, 1 of 4 from the field or 2 from the 3 point line, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, one rebound that was offensive, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 5 personal fouls, -13 and plus minus 4 points. The rest of the guys did not play coach's decision, even though they was healthy. 41 of 92 to 44%, 11 of 32, 34%, 23 of 29, 70, about 79% from the free throw line, 46 rebounds, 30 assists, 11 steals, 2 blocks, 13 turnovers, 18 personal fouls, and they scored only 116 points as a team. And then the Timberwolves is still looking like they're working out some kinks offensively and defensively, but they still one of the better teams in the league. Julius Randle had that handle really going tonight, and he was able to hit some catch and shoots. 23 points, -14 and plus minus 3 personal foul, 3 turnovers, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. One of was offensive, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from three, 8 of 13 from the field. McDaniels, 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 4 from three. 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 3 turnovers, 5 personal fouls, -29 and plus minus 10 points. Rudy Gobert, 17 points plus 7 and plus minus 3 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 3 assists, 14 rebounds. 4 of them was offensive, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 7 of 10 from the field. Mike Conley, 9 points plus 10 and plus minus 4 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 5 assists, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from three, 2 of 7 from the field. I would say he really did do a good job of passing when it was needed and finding guys. You can say the same thing at Gobert. He didn't attempt a huge amount of shots, but he did only miss 3 and was able to gobble up a bunch of rebounds, and 4 of them was offensive, like I said before. But the 17 points really mattered when the Wolves were trying to get the lead and keep the lead, especially because he was doing a solid job defensively. Especially because nobody can guard Jokic 1-on-one in the entire league, but at least he gives the best effort on trying to do it. Anthony Edwards hit a crucial 3, but overall he was 11 for 23. He was 7 of 14 for 3. He wants to shoot a lot more threes this season, and he's making them. For the most part, he just got to be above average at it, because you are allowing yourself to be susceptible to transition and semi-transition, especially when you're shooting long threes. But this is something that he decides, and the coaching staff is happy with him doing it, and that's all that matters, I guess. He still was getting to the paint enough. He still hit that big floater, and he still kept pushing the tempo to still keep the team backpedaling so they can get advantage. With their open shot selection, basically what it's going to be, because you're backpedaling, and that's why I call it semi-still transition. But the 4 assists was a very good too, showing you that he can handle the ball and make plays for himself and for others, especially if he draws a lot of attention, which he does. And 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, +5 and plus minus 29 points. Nas Reed, 7 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 2 assists, 3 blocks, 1 turnover, 4 personal foul, +13 and plus minus 16 points. He was the only player on the Timberwolves that got double figures, and for the Denver Nuggets too. Nas Reed won Six Man of the Year, still one of the best 6 men this year, especially when it comes to scoring. And he only played 23 minutes. Joe Ingles played 5 minutes. He only had one offensive rebound total for one total is all he had, even including the offensive rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 0 points, 0 and plus minus. And DiVincenzo played 25 minutes. He was 2 of 7 from the field. It was all threes. He did make one free throw, missed the other one. So he was 1 of 2. 8 rebounds, one was offensive, 6 assists, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 1 personal foul, -4 and plus minus 7 points. And Alexander Walker, 2 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 1 personal foul, plus 27 plus minus 8 points. The rest of the people didn't play coach's decision. 43 of 83. They shot 51%. They had to, especially on that run, to be able to put themselves in position to win a game, which they ultimately did. And 18 of 42, that's 42% from three. Anthony Edwards and those guys made it when it mattered. 15 of 18, 83% from the free throw line. They did only have 38 rebounds and 34 assists, which is a lot for both teams. But that just shows you how the defense was played tonight. 8 steals, 9 blocks, 16 turnovers, and 22 personal fouls. And they scored that 119 points, which is really a lot for a team like the Wolves that's still working things out and still looking good out there for the most part, basically even on both ends of the court. This is a high effort, fast paced team. They have the athletes, they have the mobility, they have the ability to knock down threes. They have the ball movement, which is still working out. Like I said before, they're not really great at finding what guys want to do and where they should be on the court. They kind of move the ball. If this doesn't work, then we'll give it up type of offense. But I think it works for the most part because their guys are just so hard to guard individually. Like I've been saying in a lot of the videos, this is a point that's rare, that's really rare, and that we've seen in NBA history where so many guys, including role players, can knock down shots without dribbling, can knock down shots without even needing to pass it, can create their own shot for others in themselves. And you got multiple doing that in the same lineups, and even coming off the bench like Nas Reed and Russell Westbrook. It's tough when you have so many guys you have to pay attention to and you have to defend, and you also gotta not worry about helping, but then you kind of want to help because you don't want to get burnt too bad by the same play or by the same player, but then it opens up the ability to take the mid-range and the threes or the floaters, so you still get burnt this way. So like I said, I grew up in a pick your poison era, and it's just got even more tougher because you basically on an island guarding players like Anthony Edwards one-on-one, and you're playing great defense, you're doing great contests, and then like Nas Reed, he did it to Aaron Gordon. You're like, man, I just didn't even give him that much room. He steps back and shoots a three right in front of me, and he makes it all net. And I just shake my hands. There's nothing I could have did but block it. The problem is they gonna create enough separation so you can't block it. And like the great Mark Jackson said, you can play great defense, but better offense beat great defense. And some of these shots really was just tough. And Jokic was living on this bang, swang finish. And you can't really guard that because you're trying to guard his ability to be mobile and be able to move. Plus, you got to guard the weight, then you got to guard the bumps, then you got to guard the handle, and then he can still find a way to just jump in the air and just lay it in as he get closer to the basket. And you don't want to get a goaltend because that just shows you that some of these guys are just working and working on their game and not satisfied where they're at and putting in that extra work to be a greater players. And it just shows how beautiful the league is playing the game of basketball right now. And I love the era that I grew in, but these guys wasn't efficient. These guys wasn't shooting the threes the way these teams are. They not scoring the way it was usually one player that can do it, and 1 out of 10 players can create those type of shots. And it was all separated throughout the league. Now you got multiple guys on the same team that can do it, and the role players can do it too. So I have to break it down for the fans to understand how much the game has changed and how much the game has evolved in this modern era of what we call it, because you really don't have a coach that should be getting fired for defense. It's a 30-man team, and most of these guys, even Julius Randle, he's dribbling, boom, 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 and then you can't touch him because you don't want to get send him to the free throw line, but you don't want him to get an easy bucket. But he keeps coming at you and bouncing off you. Then he gets the layup, then he gets the pull up, then he gets the bounce turn set, throw up the layup or jump shot, and there's nothing you can do because he's so powerful, so fast, so quick, and so big that you trying to find a way just to stay in front of these players without fouling. And that's why you see a lot of these guys already have 4 or 5 fouls because I'm trying to stop them from getting to the rim. I'm trying to stop them from getting a layup. I'm trying to stop him from getting a fadeaway, even though I want him to take the fadeaway and I want him to take the pull up threes. Then you got Anthony Edwards shooting 7 to 14 from threes, and he just pulling up even if I'm near him, and he's making it anyway. So if you're not blocking the shot like a Wimby or an Anthony Davis or Alex Sarr or those type of guys, they're having a high percent chance of making them. And I know threes, 40% is above average and is really good because it's the furthest shot from the basket. But I also look at it like that's not better than 50%. That's not better than 60%, which some of these guys were shooting. the Kevin Durant's and those guys, Kawhi Leonard shooting from the mid range and from the floater area or the dunks, they instead of them laying up, sometimes they just dunk it to make it even more guaranteed. Those guys influence this league so much. Even LeBron is shooting at the top of the key. He's shooting corner threes. He's still bulldozing to the rim. And there's nothing you can do because AD is already sitting right there to give the help dunk. That if you stop me, now AD scores a layup anyway instead of me getting the layup. And this is the reality of the NBA. I'm watching it and I'm saying, man, these are some of the greatest players I have ever seen. And I've been watching a lot of footage. I've been doing a lot of history checks like you guys seen in the summer. And these players are just ridiculous all over the court. And you just trying to find a way to say, I was just going to hope you make those shots and hope you, well, that's the offensive player mentality. And the defense said, I hope you miss because I already did all I can do without fouling. And they said you got to play defense without fouling. Some of these teams like the Wolves in Denver, they was doing that. And even then, you still want to block it because you see them getting hot and you see them talking. You see them getting confident in how their offense is going, especially Aaron Gordon tonight. And these players are not really known for that type of shot making ability. But it's possible to do it when you're putting in the work and you're giving that muscle memory to your brain when you're training yourself and you're hooping a lot and there's nothing you can do. When I'm watching Michael Porter and Aaron Gordon hit these pull up mid ranges and these pull up threes, I'm like, I would live with that decision of you shooting that shot because there's no way to stop it anyway when you're that long and you're that tall and you already got a dribble and you can always get the bump or the step back because I got to make one movement decision before I can make another and you can already take advantage of it at that point. There's nothing you can do but say, you shake your hand, you made a great shot. Now let's see how much you can do it tonight. And tonight was one of them games where both teams were just going at each other, having fun, competing, and just making tough shots that you'd be like, man, the NBA has changed. And it has changed for the better because this is the best basketball I have seen in decades, especially when teams are healthy with their best players. And sometimes you can't even tell the difference who is the best player or who the best player on the court some games because people just getting hot and erupting and having so many explosive moves and coming with the finesse too from the perimeter that there's nothing you can really do. But I like this game. I like what I seen. This is a classic game. And it just shows you that you're never really down with the 3 point shot being so involved and so crucial and so important, so implemented in the strategy of the game of basketball more now than ever. And now you're just seeing everybody shooting 6 to 9 to 10 plus threes, and it's acceptable even if they're tough off the dribble or right in somebody's face. The Kevin Durant's who really made that popular, the Tracy McGrady's, the Larry Birds. If you want to go even way, way, way back, or the Jerry West's, now you just got more of them. Like it used to be a top 10 you had to pay attention to. Now it's like a top 30, top 35 players that all can do that at an efficient level where you're respected and you have to live with it because there's nothing you can do but stay disciplined and hope that they can get cold eventually throughout the game, which doesn't happen that often anymore. That's why I had to say, is it top 25 or should it be top 30 or should it even be top 50 at this point of NBA players? But that's just my opinion. Y'all want to see it. Y'all want to hear what I think. That's why y'all watch these videos. So comment, like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell for more analysis. If you like videos like this, I make videos just like this and other ones, only NBA content only. So don't get confused. This is only for NBA basketball. And I do make breakdowns of players, past players and rookies, and I do other content just like this. So this is what you like. This is a channel for you. And just a reminder, if you love these videos still and you've been subscribed for over the last 10 years or new, I will remind you, make a lot of content throughout the day. So always stay checking the channel for more analysis. And I appreciate that y'all liking and y'all sharing and y'all helping the channel continue to grow and stay one of the most popular. I am the biggest analyst in the game, and I love the support y'all been giving me. And I love how y'all, been using the term analysis on y'all platforms and using it throughout other things in the world. I see it. I enjoy it. I'm blessed because of that. And thank y'all for watching. See y'all later. I got one more I got to make before the day is over. I've been putting in a lot of work